I went to a nature park recently with my kids, and we were like doing this little tour for their school. And the tour guide was saying, she was like, so in nature, often there were fires, just sort of like natural fires that would clear the land. And then that would allow for regrowth and for all of these species to survive. And so without, and she said, and actually now we're so developed that those natural fires don't happen anymore. So now we have to actually create the fires in order to keep the land and vegetation growing healthily. And I was just like, wow, that's so interesting that the fire is what's needed for the growth, and that actually the ashes and the rubble is like an essential part of the process for the natural cycle in nature. And I was just like, this is so much like, I just felt like I was, my life and my brain and everything, it was like up in flames and like being swallowed completely before me, it seemed like. And yet now I'm in such a time of flourishing and joy, it almost seems like it was like a good thing. And there was a lot that got burned away that needed to, and like a lot of preparation. And it's just incredible to have that perspective now, because it was such horrific torment. It would be hard to believe such a thing could be true. So that's why I'm telling you, like, it is true. Like, I'm telling you, you can go through crazy, horrific suffering and then flourish, go on to flourish, and it actually have a benefit to you. And that's built into nature, and even built into the human brain and the human resilience and the human body, is that you might feel like you're at the brink of absolute disaster, to fall into an abyss of horror. But this could actually be the preparation for the greatest flourishing of your life.